Kelly.
What?
Don't tell Drew. We're doing a secret podcast.
I'm going to text him.
Right now?
Yeah.
Just no time wasted. The secret lasted for 8 seconds. So yeah, Drew's fired. He knows what he did. I don't know. Do we want to make fun of him for what he did?
Not really.
Okay. It's kind of funny. I mean, if he sustained an injury, it wouldn't be funny. But this is kind of funny.
I mean, I guess in a way, it's like
In a vacuum.
Yeah.
It's fine. Guys, Drew got his dick caught in a vacuum. and he had to go to the hospital.
Don't knock it until you've tried it.
Absolutely. I wouldn't dream of it. So Drew couldn't do it this show. I think not even this week. I think it's just this show.
Just this show, I believe.
Yeah. And Kelly said, Kelly, ever the opportunist.
I jumped on it.
Just sunk his little claws in there and said, hey, what if we were the podcast now?
Yeah.
And me, ever the disloyal turncoat. I'm like, yeah, sure.
We're carnies.
I don't care. Whatever. Any way we can push out content. Don't you love pushing out content, Kelly?
Yes.
Yes.
Especially when the content is good.
Is that implying that perhaps with Drew the content is not good and you are raising the level of content? Are you raising the level of discourse?
I'm not suggesting anything or insinuating anything.
Okay.
I'm just saying
I'm just saying 6 million seems like a lot. Sorry. That's what I'm saying. What are you saying?
I'm just saying that, I'm here. And
what
what
happens after I'm here?
Ladies.
No. Say the whole thing.
Oh,
I'm here.
I'm a steer.
No.
And I love the band Everclear.
That is what they say.
Yeah. They say it at all the rallies.
That's what those dudes in polo shirts were yelling at Charlottesville. Tiki torches and polo shirts and yelling about cows and Everclear. Really What did Everclear do? What it's like?
What it's like. They were on...
Were they on something with...
They were on one of my Big Shiny Tunes ones. They did Wonderful. Everything is wonderful.
Oh, of course. That's probably their biggest, actually.
Yeah.
That's probably bigger than What It's Like. And did they feature on an early Limp Bizkit? Were they involved in something, or am I thinking of something else? Which is just as likely. I couldn't tell you.
I think I only know maybe a few Everclear songs.
They were formed in 1991.
Yeah, that kind of blows my mind because I don't think I discovered them until 1998. Yeah, 9 or 98.
Yeah, probably 8. But yeah, let's see what their. They get their. You know what? The sign of a successful band. They get their own Wikipedia page just for the discography. Because the lesser bands they list a couple albums on the same page.
That's
but
right.
these guys know what's up. Okay, so they had singles starting in 95, which is not bad, but we had not heard Everything to Everyone. That was something.
Yes, that's
97.
Yeah, that one I remember.
Father of Mine.
That's the one.
Father of Mine. Of course.
That's the one I was thinking.
What are we even doing? Oh, you know what? I'll tell you my favorite one. AM Radio. Very upbeat.
Yes, actually, yeah. That one, that one's coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. It appears they did nothing with Limp Bizkit. But damn it, we tried. They're on the Detroit Rock City soundtrack. That's pretty good. Never saw that movie. Didn't care to.
They were probably on a lot of
I don't care for Detroit or rock. I like Milwaukee and I like reggae. And that's it.
You don't want to give me an R? Give me an O?
I'll give you a hard R.
Hard R. Can't remember his last name.
Shimizu. But he's not Hard R Shimizu anymore.
The factions split up in Dragon Gate?
I know.
You don't say.
I know. I've blown your mind by telling you that
telling me
there may have been a faction shuffle in Dragon Gate.
You're telling me that Blood Generation is still around? Do Fixers is still around?
Kelly, I got bad news. Muscle Outlaws, home of Musclefish,
no,
is no longer with us.
Musclefish was the apex. Why would you even?
Why would you keep making factions after you landed on Musclefish?
Yeah.
Stop drilling. You struck oil.
Like, you can switch the guys up. Just
keep Musclefish.
Or like, why didn't was CyberCon on Muscle Outlaws? He seems like a guy who should be.
For sure he was.
Why didn't he change to him being the mascot, being Musclefish?
Why wasn't he the Musclefish?
Yeah.
I'll tell you why, and this may come as a shock to you for a number of reasons, because it's also personal to me. CyberCon, now currently Takashi Yoshida, post mask losing.
No mask.
How do I say it? He's not actually muscly. They drew them on.
No.
And this is a subject near and dear to my heart. As a man with abs so good of his own in wrestling gear, they look drawn on.
Yeah.
So I've been subject to this as well.
They do press against your abs quite tightly that they show up. So I have seen it. I thought you were going to say, like...
CyberCon's fucking dead.
Yeah, no, I thought you were going to be like, it was near and dear to you. I'm like, oh god, was your dad a pineapple? Smashed it.
Was your dad either CyberCon or a pineapple? For those who don't know, look up the Dragon Gate Muscle Outlaws, I believe with the Z, because why wouldn't you, right? Outlaws. Their logo, because it's so fucking sick.
If you can find it, because
I bet you can.
You can, but I think it's a very small version. Like, I think I was looking it up one time because I'm like, where's that sick fucking Muscle Outlaws logo?
You know what? I like you looking up Musclefish in your spare time. I like that for you. That's a good look for Kelly. All right. Pardon me. Muscle Outlaw apostrophe Z makes no sense, but it's fucking sick.
Hey, you Muscle
Outlaws. Actually, there is. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, Muscle Outlaws, Google image search. First one there. You got a big old muscle. And the fourth picture, CyberCon himself.
Nice. Although I thought the fish was more fish-like.
No, you've Mandela affected that.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't remember exactly what it was, but it's a musclefish.
Yeah. I mean,
it's kind of Shingo Takagi as a musclefish.
Yeah.
And there's CyberCon with his real abs.
Boo.
So that's why he wasn't musclefish.
Well, now I know.
I know. I don't like to break the magic. I don't like to tell you there's no Easter Santa. Tooth Bunny.
Tooth Bunny.
But there comes time in every mid-30s boy's life where he has to learn the real way the world works. And the way it works is there's a small group of pedophile elites who...
operate under a Subway or
pardon me, it's a pizza parlor.
That's right, pizza parlor.
It's Comet Ping Pong and Pizza in Washington, D.C. And it's pretty good pizza and even better child pornography.
I mean, with those prices.
It's this is a reference to an off-air conversation, but it's child porn 3 for 1.
Oh god.
Kelly was talking about the worst pizza ever. A local, literally the name of the place was 3 for 1 pizza, which I do respect. I like that the deal is in the name. You know what you're getting.
Yeah.
It's shit pizza, but god damn it, it's cheap. You'll get so much bad pizza.
You will have, eating it, I couldn't distinguish between the cardboard and the pizza. So
where does the pizza end and the box begin?
Yeah. Oh.
And we know Kelly hates eating box. Who's with me? High fives, high fives, high fives.
I mean...
Kelly's Italian. Italians don't eat pussy. It's gay.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. Kelly, known Italian.
Known Italian. I mean, look, you're Irish, which is the other bad white immigrant group. So you're basically Italian,
I guess.
Like you're one of the two groups of white people in American history who have had racism against them. So that's exciting.
So I'm owed something.
Reparations, you say. 40 acres and a mule. 40 acres and a potato. 40 acres and a lasagna.
40
and
acres.
a gabagool.
40 acres and a muscle fish.
Oh. I mean, look, no, that's going to throw off the whole economy. Like,
no!
Every goddamn Mick gets a fucking muscle fish.
I suffered.
Every Mick bastard who came here and took our jobs, worked for 1/20th of the going rate, just so he could feed his 27 Catholic children. Wrap it up, O'Shaughnessy.
Joy.
Just stop fucking poor Irish people. What's the matter with you? You know what? That goes for all poor people. Okay, I'm going Bill Maher here. New rule. No more poor...
Are we in the spin zone? But that's Bill O'Reilly.
Different Bill. I'll do my Bill O'Reilly, but Bill Maher, new rule. Riley. No more poor people fucking. Okay? Only rich kids from now on. Look, rich kids are assholes, but they probably won't starve to death. Right?
Yeah. I'd say that's accurate.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the new rule. Are we rich? No.
No. I can attest to that. Is Bill Maher...
Does his nose look like a flaccid penis? Yes.
It does. But is he like a good guy? I don't really know.
Great question. Bill Maher has an interesting vibe. He's like super left.
Yes.
But hates Muslims.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a chill vibe. I'm not mad at it. It's very interesting. Like, I think ideologically, I think I'm with him on most stuff. He's just very smug.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's it. Maybe it's his demeanor.
Yeah, because he would 100% consider himself a leftist, but I think most leftists don't like him.
Yeah.
But also right wingers don't like him either because he's against their views. But I think left people are sort of annoyed by him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's sort of his
It's
deal.
just like, do I agree with you? Because you're making...
that's the thing. Like, he makes it hard for you to agree with him, even though you, probably would otherwise agree with him.
Yeah.
Now, Bill O'Reilly, super chill.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He got fired. Did he get
fired?
Did he get Me Too'd? Or am I just thinking of Roger Ailes? Am I just putting everyone in Fox News together?
Maybe. He definitely got... I think he did get Me Too, but
I think he did, right?
I think that was before the Me Too stuff. Like, I think that was a couple of years previous.
Imagine being Me Too before it was a thing. Okay. Like, man, is that cooler or not cooler? Would you want to be part of the
movement?
The movement. Like, granted, you're on the bad side of the movement, but you're the one doing it. But still, wouldn't you be part of the big thing? Yeah, because otherwise, you could look at it both ways. Because otherwise, you were too early, you missed out on the big thing. Or is it like buying Bitcoin early? You were ahead of the curve, and now you're cashing in all those Me Too bucks. Hey, is there?
Can I crypto mine? Me Too.
Let me check my my e-wallet. Let me see if there's Me Too coin. And what it's at. And if Elon Musk has tweeted about it in the last week and made it rise 700%. Because that's all crypto is. It's just what Elon Musk says. That's it.
I can't deal with him.
No.
He married a lunatic, and
she's a weird little girl, isn't she?
And they named their child like an equation.
Oh, it's just a lot of numbers and letters. Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. A person I worked with, I think, is very closely related to Grimes.
Like, she's a musician, right?
Yes.
Which makes sense because she's crazy.
Yeah. And I actually like some of her music. She has some good songs. But yeah, like an older guy, a guy who was 50-ish that I worked with between, from 10 years ago to 5 years ago. she's like maybe his niece or something. She's like pretty closely related. She's from Vancouver.
Is it like when Randy was pretending to be Lord and he said Lord was his niece or whatever? Or
I do like that.
Whatever the gimmick was.
But no, I think this one's real.
Okay.
I don't know if she's his niece, but like maybe like like
some long
some kind of cousin or something. But yeah, like he's like spent time with her before.
Oh.
Yeah,
I can't imagine that being fun.
This was in like the early 2010s where she was just kind of like she had some singles and stuff, but wasn't she wasn't Elon Musk's wife.
Right. Sitting around watching R-rated movies with her baby.
Hell yeah.
Which I mean, like it's
gotta get him ready. Gotta get them ready. I can't imagine the baby as a gender.
I can't imagine that, yeah. Elon Musk.
Yeah, well, I mean, shout out to... I mean, you have to go out of your way to have, hands down, the worst SNL episode of the season on SNL. So that's impressive in its own right. Like, the bar is already fairly low, and he dipped well below it. He's the worst.
I can't imagine him being SNL material or really any sort
or
of
anything
thing really
or fun at a dinner party.
Yeah.
No, he's trash.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, like if he was doing with stocks what he does with crypto, he would just go to jail.
Yeah.
It's he's like every tweet he's making is committing securities fraud, but it doesn't matter because it's crypto, and crypto is just for just for buying drugs, hitmen, and child porn.
I was gonna say crypto is the pro wrestling of like currency because it lives in its own sort of bubble.
It is its own weird little bubble that somehow the rules of the rest of the world don't apply to it. Yeah. It varies the wrestling of finance.
Yeah.
Which is stupid. Wrestling is stupid. Crypto is stupid.
Yeah.
Hard turn. What did I? Oh yeah. Before. Oh yeah. No. Two things. One. When I was streaming this past Sunday, so right before my birthday, everyone was saying, "Oh, you're doing a birthday podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah, that would have been smart to do when I recorded this week's podcast last week." So. This is my birthday podcast, so send me presents. You know the drill.
Send me presents, too.
Also send Kelly presents.
Yes.
Kelly, who had the balls to usurp Drew's position in Drew's time of need. Drew was at death's door, and Kelly's like, yeah, I'm just going to do it now.
Yeah. I'm the Joffrey of
nice.
of podcasts.
Nice. Man, it's wild how, like, what an incredible cultural phenomenon Game of Thrones was, and how fast everyone stopped talking about it as soon as it was over. Just like, that was bad, let's never speak of it again.
I think, I'm trying to look at my shelf what season. I think I only made it to, like, season 4. And after that, I was like, I never really caught back up.
Oh, that seems like a good place to dip. I think you just about nailed it. Like, if you were speculating crypto, you would have nailed that. Like, you got in at 1, out at 4. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you got in on Bitcoin in 2010 when it was 15 cents a coin. And you got out like a year ago when it was 75,000. You made $18 billion on Game of Thrones speculations.
Oh, God. Another world.
But yeah, so this is the birthday podcast. Send me presents in the form of money at paypal.me/notscotthenson. And you know what? If you want Kelly to get some money, just leave it in the note, and Kelly will get the money. How do you like that? And under no circumstances will I give Drew money.
Aww.
What you want Drew to get money after you ruined his life. After you hobbled him, fucking Kathy Bates on James Caan style. You miseried Drew, and now you're like, oh, let's give him a couple bucks. You're a monster, Kelly.
By the way, I didn't hobble him like the way she did in Misery.
You did it better?
I did it like the book where I cut off his legs.
That is, you know what?
Or his feet.
When when you think about it that way, Kathy Bates was kind of a pussy.
Yeah.
What, she just whacked him?
Yeah.
He's gonna get better. Cut his fucking feet off.
Yeah.
So sorry, you were saying how you want Drew to get money, and you don't want the money.
Yeah. Because he's hurt.
Oh,
I'm starting a foundation.
Okay, I see. Now Kelly's playing good guy, and now as a ploy to this is the levels you're playing on disgust me, and I'm a little jealous with them.
That's right.
Because everyone's like, "Oh, Kelly was so nice. He didn't even want the money." Here, Scott. Look, Kelly was so nice. I know he said he didn't want any money, but please give all of this money to Kelly. Don't even keep any for yourself, Scott. This is all for Kelly. Also, I'm glad Drew's dead. That's what people are gonna say.
You can't see it, but the entire time I was talking, I was nodding.
Kelly was doing big old nods to that. He was like, "Yeah, you've actually nailed this." I thought I could kind of glided by you for a minute, but yeah, you're kind of exactly right. What else? Oh yeah, I had a funny thing golfing this past weekend. I was.
Did you golf with Dorf?
I golfed with Dorf. R.I.P. Tim Conway. We lost him. No, I was because my I don't know if you've seen me, but my hair is stupid.
Yeah.
Also, my beard is stupid, but it doesn't get in the way of golf. Hair does.
Fair.
So I was wearing a baseball hat, which is very rare for me because my hair is normally too pretty to cover up. But I need it out of my eyes. I'm not gonna give a running play-by-play of all your stupid facial expressions. He's nodding. Now he's like, your hair's not that pretty. And now he's like, it's pretty. Everyone knows. Now he's the opposite of nodding. Anyway, I need it out of my eyes when I golf because I'm a fucking professional. So I'm wearing a New England Patriots hat because they're winners.
Go Pats.
Go Pats. Gonna win and kiss my son.
I love my dead gay son.
I love my dead gay son. And it was just me and my dad playing as a twosome.
It's hot.
No. Turn it off. This show's over. I don't like the directions it's taking. This isn't fun. I miss Drew.
The king is dead.
If you come with the king, you best not miss. And actually, it was fixing to be beautiful because there was nobody in front of us, so we just had like free reign and didn't get paired up with anyone. But the starter on the first hole said the two time slots in front of us are booked for junior lessons, but they're not here, so just wait till your time and go. Our time was 7:03. We thought we were safe to go at 7 on the dot because the previous time, like, it's every 10 minutes, so the previous time was 6:53. Nobody was there at the previous time. We tee off at 7, and as we're going to leave the tee box, the limousine of golf carts, like a 10-seater golf cart, pulls up with just the most kids you've ever seen.
Oh, I don't like this. And
the guy, oh boy, I was very restrained. I was very proud of myself. I was very adult. So the pro with them says, what was your guys' time? And we're like, 7:03, and he's like, oh, so you're a little early. I'm like, I look at my watch and look at him. I'm like, 3 minutes. He's like, okay, because we have the junior lessons before, so we'll just go on a bit ahead of you. So I thought, like, when he said you're a bit early, and I didn't say go fuck yourself, I thought that was pretty big of me. So they went and they started in the middle of the first hole, so like we had to wait for them the whole time. After the promise.
Wouldn't it make more sense for you guys to go ahead?
Yeah! Because there's 2 of us and 1,000,000 of them. But no. They had the time before, even though they weren't there. So that was cool. So we had to wait for them on every hole, and then eventually a single behind us caught up with us and joined up with us, and it was fine. He was nice and a fine player. But on the first hole we were playing with him, he saw my hat and he went, "Oh, you're a Patriots fan?" I'm like, "Oh no, I'm just a patriot." But like as a joke, but I forget what I look like. And long hair, baseball hat, huge beard. I'm every Trump voter. And because he didn't laugh when I said it. And in my head, I'm did I not deliver that right? Am I not as funny as I think? No, it's the children that are wrong. But then I'm like, oh no, I look like this. And then I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I'm kidding. I just needed a hat. Yeah. I'm not a patriot.
I'm not a proud boy.
Yeah, I had to like convince him that like I wasn't storing an AR-15 beside my 9-iron.
Yeah.
So that was fun. We had a good time. But yeah, I hate kids.
Yeah, fair.
That's the moral of that story. What else is in the news? What are we for time? Do we get to wrestling, or are we still fucking around?
We're at about a half hour, 25 minutes.
That's pretty good. I don't know. What's going on in your stupid life?
Ouch.
Should I a follow up? Should I have said that nicer?
No. Was I talking about something earlier?
Oh, probably.
Yeah. Carl, throw down the loofah.
Number one, where do you get off? I think we should visit Drew in the hospital.
I think that's a good idea. We will bring him flowers. And we will also bring him
a large pillow.
CyberCon. And CyberCon can squash a pineapple.
I mean, there's a sick move, tearing a pineapple apart.
Does he squash it or does he tear it?
I think he...
Like, does he go, or does he just rip it apart?
Does he crush, does he tear?
I feel like he does both.
Hands in, hands out. Good question. You know, we're gonna have to bone up on our CyberCon after this.
Yeah. Good. That's if there's not any bad blood between you two.
Kelly, Segway King. Undefeated. How many D's? Ground crotch chops. He's so pleased with himself.
You can hear it.
You hear that? That's back of palm on inner thigh.
Oh, I'm hurt.
And he's hurt himself. I'm getting in a hospital bed right beside Drew. And I guess I'm just doing the rest of the podcast by myself. Oh, now you're having get up problems.
Okay, I'm up.
You good? Okay. How many D's in bad?
I mean...
More than you'd expect.
Yeah. There should be 3, but there's only 2.
You want triple D.
I want triple D's.
You greedy pig.
Yeah. Bad blood.
2 D's not enough. I don't know about you.
It was bad blood with 3 claw marks down it.
I didn't remember the claws, but yeah there were. They're pretty cool.
The most troubling thing was the pay-per-view theme song.
The theme, which now I'm going to have to go back and check. I don't know if it was this on the live airing or if for whatever odd reason they've added it in on the network version. Because we did watch the network version. So it might have always been there or they might have added it. But it does... I'd be curious what they replaced if they had to put it in.
Yeah. But it does seem something like they would use because it was probably just some
their
stock
Jim Johnson bullshit. Yeah, exactly.
And like I'd say for the first 2 matches we were trying to figure out.
Oh yeah.
Someone had used this theme before.
We're like, we know this theme. This is a late 90s theme.
And we're like,
who the fuck is it? Is it Dan Severn?
My first thought was Dan Severn, and then I'm like, maybe
was it the Brawl for All theme?
But I was like, no, it's Brawl for All was heavier, and then I was like, maybe it was Shamrock's first theme, and then I
informed you that Shamrock's first theme was basically Careless Whisper.
Yeah.
Smooth jazz sax.
For the most dangerous man in the world.
Yeah, for his match with Vader. Yeah. It was so weird.
And then I think it finally hit me that it was Steve Blackman's first theme.
Yes, but certainly not his best theme. So good. So good. I love that.
Glow sticks.
Glow sticks.
Karate glow sticks.
Karate. White guy karate. White guy adult karate. Find me a cooler thing. You can't. Diedrich Bader in Napoleon Dynamite. The coolest.
I have his pants.
You do have his pants?
Yeah.
America Flag Zubaz pants.
Yeah.
For patriots only.
what was it? I remember really liking Steve Blackman.
Me too.
And like, but I mean, yeah,
I can't name you his best match.
No, exactly. I can think of like maybe, I don't know if it's his best match, but it's maybe one of the longest matches I've seen him in was him versus Jeff Jarrett at like Over the Edge 98.
Yeah, that
was like his debut.
Right.
I think that was his pay-per-view debut.
Yeah, that would be the right timing.
Yeah.
98.
So I think that was like the longest match I've seen him in, but I don't know if it's his best match.
He did stuff with Shamrock?
Yeah, he did Lion's Den match. Or no, he did the... Yeah, was it the Lion's Den match?
There was the Shamrock Owen one.
That was
the
dungeon I think there match.
Yeah, didn't they also do the fake UFC one? Shamrock and Owen? I thought they did Dungeon 1 month and
Lion's Den the other one?
And Lion's Den the next.
They might have.
But I think there might have also been... Yeah, did Shamrock and Blackman do a Lion's Den weapons match?
At SummerSlam 98? No.
I think SummerSlam 98 was Shamrock Owen.
Yeah. It's 99.
Maybe 99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember us watching that match at like Mike's house or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was... I'm pretty sure that was... Yeah, I think it was 99. But yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah. I'm glad we got there. It would have pissed me off if we couldn't.
If I couldn't figure that out. Yeah. Because I'm like, I want to look this up, but what would I even look up?
Would you Shazam it? Can you Shazam random WWE music?
Maybe.
We're trying, I guess.
Yeah. So, I assume most people probably know this. If you don't, this was also the day that Brian Pillman died. Yeah,
part of the Mount Rushmore of day of show deaths, along with what you got your. This is the first one. First in the line of four. You go Pillman, Owen, Guerrero, Benoit, the big four. Damn, good wrestlers.
Yeah. Although 97 was my introduction to Pillman, which was maybe not the best introduction to have.
Also mine.
Yeah, as far as like wrestling in ring stuff.
How many matches did you see? Two?
Yeah. The Stampede match and his match against...
The one with Goldust?
Goldust?
Yeah, that's it.
The only one.
I mean, he had maybe 6 total.
Yeah.
He did not... I mean, one of his legs didn't work.
Yeah.
Give him a break.
Well, yeah, I'm not, yeah.
No, I don't mean you. I mean the public. Who was like, hey, Pillman, wrestle more in 1997.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they just start the show off with a weird, like, just sort of offhanded PS.
Yeah.
Which is odd to start with a PS, because that means postscript. This is something, maybe this is a prescript.
I think he did do the welcome everyone to WWF Bad Blood in your house, and blah, blah, blah.
PS, Brian Pillman was found
dead.
And it wasn't even a Benoit, like, we don't know what's going on. Like, he's dead.
He's dead.
He was found
and this was addressed several times during the night.
Yeah.
Which was kind
of... To remind us. Yeah. I guess everyone wanted that... the Pillman Goldust match for... Now, what was the stip on this? Because we saw Pillman Goldust...
That was the
last
dress.
month. No, that was winner gets to fuck Marlena for a month.
That's right.
And Pillman took full advantage of that. Yeah. So, I don't know if this one was the dress or just like get Marlena back match.
Was he supposed to wrestle Goldust or supposed to wrestle Foley?
I think Goldust.
Okay.
That being said, Foley wasn't on the show either.
Yeah.
But I'm almost positive it was a rematch with Goldust.
It probably was. I just seem to recall...
Because it was going to be Goldust getting his win back.
Yeah.
Because Pillman won the last one.
I just remember calling the Dark Side of the Ring Foley saying, or someone mentioning that he was supposed to work with Foley that night or something. Or maybe it was from a podcast or something that I was listening to. Or I could be wrong. Though,
I don't know.
But I mean, Goldust makes more sense.
Yeah, no, I'm sure that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pillman Foley should have happened, though. And I don't know if it ever happened in WCW. No, there's no famous one. There's no famous Pillman
one.
Foley. So. They did some 4-minute thing on a Saturday night or something.
Yeah. Anyway,
So Brian Pillman's dead. Shout out actually to my girl Enma, who had a very funny comment on last week /month's podcast. I'm really getting invested with Pillman's storyline in the past few In Your Houses. Looking forward to hearing about him taking a step further with the next one. So innocent, but you knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
You bitch.
You dirty rat. Do you remember what the opener was?
I do. I wrote stuff down.
Okay. I remember now.
I didn't want to because that's Drew's job.
Yeah. Also, it's...
But I didn't see you reaching for a notepad, so I'm just very quietly to myself like, fine, I'll do it, I guess, even though I have a broken arm, which was my excuse for getting out of all the note taking in season 1.
It's true.
Except I had to do it once because you guys were very mean one time. I think.
Yeah.
Very mean.
You definitely pulled your hair.
Up, not out. And before the opener, the one other thing was you were saying this might have been like the day that Vince McMahon stopped being a human being.
Yeah, because
either the next night or maybe a week, maybe 8 days later.
Yeah.
On Raw, for some reason Melanie Pillman agrees to do an interview, which is a mistake on her part.
Yeah.
But even she wasn't expecting Vince to just ask a bunch of questions that he literally said he wouldn't ask.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Now you got 3 small children. And
So are you totally fucked?
Yeah. Fuck off.
What is that? What does that accomplish?
It's a TV thing. It's ratings bullshit.
I guess it's ratings. Is it is that really great? Is that even going to be great for ratings though?
He thinks
An interview with a sad woman.
He thinks a lot of good things. Or he thinks a lot of things were good for ratings that probably didn't need to be good.
I mean, if you just want a sad woman, just get yourself $60, take her out for dinner, and make her cry.
Exactly.
It's easy. You don't need to murder her husband.
So I believe
we start off with a 2-on-3 handicap match. That was a nice weird match to start off with because I guess it was supposed to be Legion of Doom and Ken Shamrock against the non-Farouk members of the Nation of Domination. The Nation of Domination finally, for the first and only time in its several-year existence, all black. Yeah. Finally, they figured out that the Black Power stable should be at least mostly black guys. And not a weird rainbow coalition of Farouk, Crush, Savio Vega, PG-13, Owen Hart. What's going on? There weren't a lot of PG-13s in the Black Panthers.
I don't know. That we saw.
I
mean, I wasn't around for that time.
Were they the Judas with the Black Messiah?
Yeah.
They would have been.
So, to specify, it was the members of The Rock.
Yep.
The Supreme Fighting Machine.
Comma. Yeah.
And the Lennox Lewis of the Nation or of wrestling? I don't remember what he said.
I think of the WWF.
Yeah, the Lennox Lewis of the WWF, D'Lo Brown.
Oh no, I wrote it. Yeah, D'Lo, the Lennox Lewis of the WWF.
What does that even mean?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I know. Yes, Lennox Lewis was topical. Had they done the Tyson fight yet, or they'd either done a Tyson fight or the Tyson fight was coming up? Yeah. But what the fuck? What can it mean? A black guy.
Maybe.
The end.
I guess.
D'Lo Brown, a black guy in the WWE.
Because Lennox Lewis was Canadian and British, wasn't he?
He's British,
dual?
yeah.
So this was D'Lo Brown some sort of dual thing? No, I didn't think so.
He wasn't.
Yeah. So I don't know. So that was just weird.
I could not tell you. Also, a rare bald comma.
Yeah.
Normally, you don't get bald comma outside of Papa Shango.
Yeah.
Also, don't know if I've ever said it on the pod. Maybe I have. I don't think commas come up a lot, but I had a nightmare about him in
95?
In 95, which is weird because I wasn't even watching wrestling that regular then, but I must have seen him somewhere, and in the flat top red singlet. Nightmare.
Yeah.
Coming to get me in the ring. Yeah. Didn't like it.
Yeah.
Didn't like it. Scary. Scary. Godfather? If he was Godfather, no nightmares.
Oh, yeah.
Goodfather, maybe. Yeah. I don't like a black guy in a suit. Makes me uneasy.
If it's a Godfather, he would be getting lit and
Exactly. Yeah. I could have. 11-year-old me could have smoked weed with the Godfather instead
slipping into hose,
being scared of getting beaten up by the Supreme Fighting Machine. Also, can we talk about the butts in the Nation of Domination?
Great butts.
When Kama has the worst butt, that's pretty good. Because it's not like Kama's got a bad butt, but when you're competing with The Rock, Farouk, and D'Lo, those are some high, tight butts.
That is bootylicious going on.
Yeah, some of the best butts in WWE history.
Yeah. So was Hawk fucked up in this match?
I don't know. Can you even tell?
Yeah.
Because maybe it's Jerry Lawler. It doesn't really matter. Said you can see why it's called a handicap match, and I said yeah, because Hawk is mentally retarded, or at least very drunk, or pilled up, or whatever.
One of the just like I believe there was a spot where
Hawk did do a funny enziguri.
As I was just talking about that. Yeah, it was like. What did they do? They do shoulder tackles, and then they did a double clothesline. Yeah. They both got up and no-sold it, and then...
catch it.
Kick, whoosh! Just big ol'... Yeah.
Little guy move for a big drunk guy.
Yeah. And, like... This match was kind of a theme to the rest of the matches of the show, except for the main event.
Oh, yeah. This match was, like, 6 of one and 1 of the other.
Yeah, yeah. And, like, it just, like... just whatever.
Filling time.
That's it. Yeah, filling time.
There were a lot of meaningless matches on this show.
Yeah.
And luckily, the main was really good. Because I was saying, this was kind of the case last show, only it didn't have the good main. It still had Shawn Taker, but it was not
it was a bullshit main
event kind of thing. No finish.
Yeah.
Do you remember... when the Nation of Domination was on the LOD like a pack of bear.
Yeah.
A real sentence that a man said.
Yeah. So, I think it was the deal they were getting on someone, and Vince McMahon was like, they're coming on them like a pack of wild bear, or wolves. Like, getting to correct himself.
Yeah. But I love that plural of bear is bear.
Yeah, singular.
It's a moose situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot. So they wrestled around. Animal did a very nice power slam,
as he is
wont to do.
Yeah.
This one good technique. Because I like it when the guy taking it can just do a straight somersault, no curve.
Yeah.
Because the guy doing it does a full 180.
Yeah.
It looked nice. The end comes with Farouk comes out, fucks around, finds out.
Yeah.
Rock bottom on Hawk 1 2 3. As I wrote, Farouk fuckery, rock bottom, good set of butts.
Yeah. and then after the match, they wherever they go out, and then Legion of Doom were like, rah, rah, and they're walking back, and then they're
and they stole a child,
and then Hawk stole a child.
Yeah.
Who was decked out in Road Warrior gear, and he's like,
you're the third member.
Yeah.
Fuck draws.
Yeah. and
I bet you can still walk.
Oh God,
come on.
They just cut before I don't know what he did with him.
He took him.
Well, yeah, but they cut away.
He took that boy. Well, yeah, they're not going to show the aftermath of taking a boy, Kelly. You know what happens.
Kevin Dunn in the truck, just cut before he takes the boy. With his buggy whip on.
Then we get a minis match, which we were psyched about.
Oh, I was so excited.
I was also very excited because Drew and I got a minis match last month, and it was probably the best match on the show.
This not so much.
This wasn't great.
No.
We had the returning Max Mini and Nova, who are Masquerade Sagrada and Masquerade Sagrada Jr. Yeah. Against Tarantula and Mosaic. I think Jerry Lawler said that Max Mini's up to 88 pounds now, and I just thought one, that's cute, and one, thought it was interesting. He chose 88 out of all numbers because 88's a fascist dog whistle, so shout out to that. Eighth letter in the alphabet is H. HH, Heil Hitler, fascist dog whistle. Not that I know stuff like that. About halfway through, I wrote, Mosaic might be bad.
Yeah, well, because he's who's he in?
He was someone. I think he's Espectrito 2.
Yeah, but like,
who I think was good, but I don't know. He didn't have a great night.
No, none of them really did.
Yeah, everyone's. I don't know if they were jet lagged or what the deal was, or if they just heard that a man died.
Yeah, like even Maximilian didn't even really do all that much. He was kind of like the
and at one point they were building up for a dive.
Yeah,
and then didn't.
Yeah,
because like he was on the apron and then like dove through the ropes in a somersault and was gonna like bounce off the far ropes, do a dive. But after he dove through the ropes, Tarantula just kicked him in the mush.
Yeah,
and there was never a dive.
That was like most of the match is them. Just
it was a lot of Tarantula kicking dudes in the face.
Yeah, and then like
he was having a good time. But and there's stuff like where you're expecting something cool, where like
Tilt-a-whirl,
like Tarantula whips Max Mini to Mosaic, and Mosaic just like punches him.
Oh yeah, just like and he.
It seems like you were supposed to do something cooler.
Yeah. Or like he just kind of like he either forgot and just kind of like just automatically hit him, or just like he was just like didn't see him coming despite him coming around. I was like, I'm gonna punch him. Like at the last minute threw a punch.
Yeah, like
it was weird and just like they were trying, but nothing worked. Like they blew a lot of like head scissors and like mainly arm drags and like. And I kind of I've always never been like a huge fan of the lucha psychology.
There was one good one. Well, it was like a press up.
Oh, that's right.
Into an arm drag.
Right, that looked
good. But everything else,
yeah. I've never been a huge fan of like the lucha psychology, but like
because it doesn't exist and it's stupid.
Yeah, and like, but like. It's one thing when everything is really smooth and it goes really well, but when it's bad, it's even worse.
That's the beauty of lucha.
Yeah.
Like, great lucha is very exciting and cool.
Yeah.
Bad lucha, there's nothing worse on the planet. Yeah. Like, bad lucha is so much worse than bad regular, like, American pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Because, like, it has a lower floor.
Yeah.
Like, bad American wrestling can only get so bad. But because of the style of lucha, bad lucha is literally the worst thing on the planet. I had the pleasure of seeing some of the worst lucha that anyone has ever seen in a Mexican restaurant in front of 15 people in Bremerton, Washington. Yeah. That you have to take a little ferry to get to because it doesn't deserve to be on the mainland. But I'm so glad I did. Like, it was excruciating at the time, but the story afterwards is just so worth it. And I'm sure we said it at some point because it's hilarious. But it was 5-match show, I think. This would have been match 3 or 4. Every single one was just worse than the last. It was a horrible hall of mirrors.
That's a great way to put it.
And just like it just kept sinking lower, and that this girl that was
I know.
I'm sure I've told it, but it bears repeating. This girl that's been there watching it the whole time. Yeah, because we had a show prior to there were like 2 separate shows at this Mexican restaurant in one night, and we were first. So then we just hung out and watched the second one.
Was she a wrestler or? She must have been.
I guess she was.
She wasn't that goddamn bitch, was it? She?
No, she wasn't that goddamn bitch.
Oh god.
But yeah, she was a wrestler or involved in wrestling to a degree, and was standing there watching the whole thing. We're more than halfway through the worst show of all time, and like deep into match 3 or 4, she turns to whoever she's standing with and she goes, "Oh, they're not telling a story." I'm like, that is the least of their problems, madam. They haven't done one move without falling down.
Yeah.
I think that's a story.
I was gonna say, yeah, they're telling a story of a bad match.
I have a story about them, so they did something right.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
So good.
I think the worst...
Got paid $5 in singles for that show.
Yeah.
Which is $5 more than Luke got paid, because we told him we didn't get paid.
And I believe...
so he wouldn't bother the promoter for $5.
Was the high spot of your guys' match the big boot?
Ours?
Yeah. Wasn't it like the guy's big high spot was a big boot?
Big boot was a high spot, and the other guy gave big chops.
Oh, that's right.
So and also a
pointy elbow drop.
Second rope elbow drop that went all the way through Dan's sternum.
Like point
down.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, it's fake.
Yeah.
Don't use the point of anything. Knees, elbows, you keep those to yourself. Use flat parts.
Yeah. Usually the worst lucha I saw was done by a bunch of white guys trying to do lucha.
That's great too.
Yeah.
This one had a couple white guys in masks, but also some Mexicans, and everyone was equally terrible. You know, maybe the white guys were a little worse, but because it's not in their blood.
Yeah. It's not in their tradition.
What else did I say? Oh, regarding this minis match. Maybe their tiny Mexican brains are too small to remember the right spots. The finish was Max Mini.
Oh, fuck.
Come on. Right?
Yeah.
Come on. Max Mini does a top rope crossbody on Tarantula, which Tarantula is supposed to catch. Tarantula, though still technically a midget, is 8 times bigger than Max Mini.
He's like probably the tallest guy in the match.
It's the easiest catch in the world.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it. He falls on it.
And he takes the bump and rolls through.
So instead of catching a crossbody, it looks like he takes a bad crossbody.
But then immediately gets up.
So then just gets up, picks him up, back into crossbody position.
Yeah.
And then, because it's supposed to be like, catch it and like flip him up, do a fancy arm drag, do a crucifix. But if you thought the crossbody catching was an issue, the fucking arm drag, even once they stood up, was a whole other labor. And then eventually they sort of get it. It's like Tarantula barely wants to go with the arm drag, and then Mini kind of crucifixes him and wins.
The finish, yeah.
But we wanted better.
Yeah, I was very disappointed.
We deserve better.
Yeah.
As patriots.
No.
I'm like, oh wait, I forgot I look like this. Sunny comes out, to which I pose you the question, what's her job?
And I gave you the answer.
You did. Head of talent relations? I'm like, good enough for me. Sorry, Jim Ross.
Yeah. You're getting replaced by
that's Sunny. That's Sunny. She does she handles the hiring and firing.
We want something young and sexy.
And getting traded to Shawn Michaels for Coke.
Yeah.
I miss the 90s.
Yeah.
I want to buy a woman for Coke. Or trade a woman for Coke.
Well, only in wrestling,
or be a woman for Coke.
Well, that's probably easier.
That's the move, I think.
Yeah, that's the move.
So she came out just to ring announce the
longest match fucking in history.
The Headbangers versus Godwin's tag title match, because like Sunny only deals with tag teams.
Yeah,
she will not wrestle manages singles.
No,
and I don't think she manages.
Even though
she
managed Gladiator Farouk.
Oh, she did manage Gladiator Farouk for a minute, but she was also managing teams at the same time.
That's true.
She can never be without a team.
No,
or else she gets very scared.
Yeah.
This match was long.
Oh, God, it was so long.
I'll be the first to agree with you. It could have been shorter.
Yeah.
If this pay-per-view was a 2-hour pay-per-view, could have been good.
Yes.
It wasn't.
No. Yeah.
It was 3 hours. It was too long. And a lot of stuff wasn't good.
A lot of stuff was not good.
Mosh was wearing a Typo Negative shirt.
Yes, it was true. It was a long sleeve Typo Negative shirt that he had cut slits in the sleeves.
Yeah.
But so he still kind of had sleeves, but not really.
Yeah, that's true. It was cool.
It was very punk.
Let's talk about Phineas Godwin catching people jumping at him in Rana type situations.
Well,
I would put his numbers at 0 for 2.
I think that is correct. Because I believe, was it Thrasher? Yeah, Thrasher.
Exhibit A.
Yeah, Exhibit A, Thrasher.
Thrasher goes for a running off the apron to a Rana on the floor. Phineas straight up does not catch him.
He grabs his ankles.
Yeah. He makes Thrasher do all the work.
Yeah. And Thrasher basically takes a back bump on the floor.
Yeah, he basically just domes himself to the floor. Phineas does go he somersaults over eventually with the Rana. I get remembering several seconds too late what he was supposed to be doing. We'll get to Exhibit B on the finish. And I guess in the middle of that, to punish him for his sins, the Headbangers tried to straight up murder him.
Man.
Oh my god. The greatest fear.
The greatest fear in wrestling, which is if two guys are whipping you against the ropes and they call flapjack. Yeah. But in their heads...
Or if they call back body drop.
Or they call back body drop. But it also depends on who's taking it as well.
Yes.
So when you get whipped... and they lift you up for the flapjack, but the guy tucks because he thinks he's taking a back body drop.
Yeah, or the other way where you think you're taking a back body drop and they like hold on to your legs so you can't somersault and also dome yourself. Oh. So it appeared to be they were going for a flapjack, just a flat stomach bump, but Phineas thought otherwise. Yep. And tucked his head, just about died, seemed to be okay afterwards.
Yeah, because he did make the tuck. It's just like...
he made the tuck.
It was
a crunch.
Yeah. I think the worst one I ever saw was the one on...
oh, there's a couple bad ones.
The Natural. Not The Natural. On one of the Naturals.
I would love to see one on The Natural.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
On an Andy Douglas or Chase Stevens type?
Yeah, I think it was Chase Stevens I think it was on, and he fucking landed like... right here.
Ooh.
It was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah, there's been in history there's been a few just real fucking nasty ones that it's so scary. Just never do it. Never two people never whip one person and then do something. just cut that out.
Cut that out, yeah.
It's not worth it. The payoff of a double flapjack is not worth a man's life.
No, it's not. But like this again, this match is just like, it's like, whatever. Like, they're not...
what's the point?
It's like... it was... and I believe Thrasher and Mosh, they were the tag champions, right?
Yeah, they won the vacant titles in a 4-way last show.
Yeah.
Because Steve Austin and Dude Love had to vacate.
Yeah. Which
I forgot, Steve Austin had 2 titles.
Yeah.
When Owen broke his damn neck.
Yeah.
Way to go, Owen. You ruined the plans for two of the 3 existing titles at that point. I got European.
Because
whatever.
You sat down, and I don't know
why. Why'd you sit down, Owen?
Like, I know that is a move.
It is a move.
But, like...
I don't think it's the move that Steve thought was happening.
No, because there's been many times where Steve's like, you're going to your knees, right? You're not dropping down to your butt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop down your butt. Why?
Gotcha. Classic Owen prank. Yeah. He was known for ribbing.
It's true.
Owen's a trickster. He's a low-key coyote type. A trickster spirit.
Yeah. Like, just a lot of just, like, bullshit on the outside with Uncle Cletus and...
shout out to Uncle Cletus. Yeah. A new arrival. The former Dirty White Boy, former TL Hopper. Toilet Lid Hopper. Fuck. That's your name.
Yeah. And you gotta come out to, like, flushing sounds and stuff.
Yep.
Ugh.
And they made him smear himself with poop.
Yeah. Legit poop.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Just and it was long, it dragged on, and just like nothing really interesting happened.
No. And like a 7-minute Godwin's Headbangers could be fine.
Yeah.
They're all competent.
Yeah.
But I don't know, what was it, 13 minutes
or something?
Too much. Get out of here.
Finally, so then I think there's a hot tag.
Yes.
There's a bit of a hot tag. Mosh thing goes up to the top for...
a whoopee cushion.
Whoopee cushion. And jumps and case 2.
Exhibit B.
Yeah, that's it.
Of Phineas not catching things. So this was supposed to be him going for, I don't know, whoopee cushion or Rana or whatever, that kind of thing. And getting caught in a powerbomb, 1, 2, 3. So again, he doesn't catch him. He's catching everyone too low.
Exactly, and because
low.
He catches him, and then he's falling down, and then kind of almost last second is kind of like
just whiplashes
him down,
and smashes his head,
and yeah.
And new tag team champions.
Yeah,
there you go. Way to go, Godwins. Then for whatever reason, even though they won clean and the Headbangers didn't do anything afterwards, the Godwins just kept beating the shit out of the Headbangers, and then it was announced over the over the mic that they would be stripped of their titles if they didn't stop being mean.
Yeah, they continued being mean.
Yeah. I mean, that's not what they said. It would be very funny if that's what they said, but that was the implication.
Yeah. And that was just kind of it. And
that was that. Like... Then we get a Steve Austin promo video where we are told, and I quote, Steve Austin is, by definition, a rattlesnake. I'm like, no, he's not. He's a man.
He is a human.
I've seen men, and I've seen snakes. Austin, I would say, veers toward man.
Yeah.
Let me see. He's cold-blooded. He's got no limbs. He's venomous.
He's venomous. He has. He moves in a sideways like manner on his stomach.
I like that. I like Steve Austin only moving sideways.
Hides under a rock most of the day.
Yep.
Keep cool.
That was all fun. We get an Owen Hart promo. Not his best. He was in kind of a kick your leg out of your leg mood.
Yeah.
he flubbed like 3 different things. I don't know. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because Brian Pillman just died.
And I believe, was it around this time that Vince addresses it again? And he's like super defensive about how he died.
I don't know why I didn't write that down, but that absolutely is worth talking about. It was like Vince was giving his like court testimony from the announcer's table.
Yeah.
Like making it very clear that like
he died.
Brian Pillman was found dead in his hotel room of a drug overdose
that we're suspecting.
Either prescription or recreational, we don't know. And then the rest of it is just covering liability.
Yeah, like he
it's his fault. He's a dumb bitch.
Just like, he's like, and also he was like, we don't know, like we don't suspect any foul play, but like we are suspecting it could be related to drug related, whether it's prescription or what have you. It's like, which is unfortunate, happens in many forms of entertainment,
but especially this one.
Sports. Yeah, like just
mostly
like
this one.
Trying to get away from.
There was that one basketball player in the 80s, and the rest is wrestling.
Yeah. Like just
shout out to Len Bias.
Yeah, just trying to get away from it. What's not talking about? And then Farouk then cut a promo, and then which I kind of was like. It's like I don't think Farouk gets enough credit for being the perfect person for that gimmick.
100%.
Like his voice,
and by that gimmick you mean Black Gladiator.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Black Mega Man.
Mega Black.
Yeah. The
Black Man.
the Black Power kind of thing because he's got the voice for it.
Voice is perfect.
He's got the
so good
delivery for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's amazing.
Excellent.
At it. And I just don't think he doesn't get enough. Like I think the Nation. I don't know if that was the best time for that kind of gimmick. I think maybe...
Should do it now.
Exactly. If you did it now, it would get over so well.
Maybe babyfaces now.
Exactly. And, but yeah. And then the match happened.
Before that they had the St. Louis Legends.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but yeah, they were just bringing out all the guys from St. like Gene Kiniski.
Yeah, so they had Gene Kiniski. They introduce maybe the greatest scientific wrestler of all time, and then a guy comes out before they say his name. I'm like, that looks like Jerry Briscoe. And they're like, Jack Briscoe. I'm like, oh, thank God. Because I'm like, Jerry Briscoe is not the greatest scientific wrestler in his family. But yeah, Jack Briscoe's great. And then, Dory Funk Jr., Harley Race, Terry Funk, Lou Thez, and can't believe he's still alive, even in 1997, Sam Muchnick. I'm going to say he was conservatively 116 years old. Yeah, did not know where he was.
Just being led...
God bless him.
Yeah, led by his handlers, Lou Thez, and I guess his son.
Yeah, like Sam Muchnick retired in 1936. Yeah. Like he is a pre-war promoter.
He got his plaque and then was looking at Sonny like, do I get the fucker?
Yeah, he seemed to think that Sonny might have been
part of the.
You get the plaque and you get Sonny.
Yeah,
which is not a bad deal.
Yeah,
she is the head of talent relations. Then Owen Farouk for the tournament finals
for the IC
for the vacant Intercontinental title. It would, on a scale of nothing to 10, where would you rate the action of this match?
It was a complete fucking dud.
It was nothing happened.
Nothing happened. And like it was like I said, it was because Stone Cold came out and he went on commentary.
Yeah.
But he just fucked around on each commentary desk. So basically, and as we also pointed out, this is a heel versus heel match. And we're like...
I was going to say, what did I write? Whoops, we did a whole tournament and ended up with 2 heels.
Yeah.
Send out Austin, I guess?
Yeah, it was like, okay, we need, like, Austin out there to fucking distract the fans from this.
Why 2 heels?
Yeah, and just absolute nothing happened, and I think Austin hit Farouk with the belt.
Yeah, well, that was the big surprise. Like, Austin hates Owen. But then Farouk is on top of Owen. Austin hits Farouk. Owen pins Farouk. And everyone's like, why did Austin help Owen? Because he wants to beat Owen for the title, dum-dum.
Yeah.
Fucking keep up. My favorite part was after Austin had fucked around at each language of commentary booth, he was just sort of back by the timekeeper's table on like a walkie-talkie.
Oh yeah.
And I presumed it was him to Melanie Pillman going, "You up?"
Check your DMs, girl.
I'm like, damn, Steve, wait till he's cold.
Yeah.
Jesus, that is stone cold.
That is
calling up Brian Pillman's wife the day he died. That is the most stone cold.
Right there.
That's a rattlesnake.
That's the definition of a rattlesnake.
That is by definition a rattlesnake.
Fuck.
I think that's got to be like the description for this podcast.
Yeah, by definition a rattlesnake.
Steve Austin is by definition a rattlesnake.
Yeah.
Oh, and hey, then another match that definitely mattered. DOA versus Los Boricuas.
So, if you were around 1997... This was the time of the gang wars. So, yeah, DOA, Nation, Los Boricuas. Is there another one?
Crips, Bloods, MS-13,
In wrestling.
Latin Kings, Aryan Brotherhood. Speaking of which one should I join? I'm thinking Crips.
Yeah, I see.
I like blue.
Yeah, blue look good.
I'm drinking a Pepsi Blue.
Yeah.
The official beverage of the Crips.
What was it? Yeah, I think those were all of them.
The main ones were, and Heart Foundation.
Oh, Heart Foundation, that's right.
But like the main ones in Gang Wars for a while was NOD, DOA, Boricuas, and then NOD just sort of got tired of it.
Yeah.
And went elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. But like this match was this was another nothing match. It was just no one. It's like no one had anything planned. They just went in there going through the motions and.
I wrote, do you really need to do long rest holds in a 4-on-4 match? A match with 8 people that's going less than 2 minutes per person in the match.
Yeah.
Like, no one has to work more than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You don't need rest holds.
Yeah, it was bad. And I don't know if that was because of Pillman dying and everyone was kind of fucked up about it, or just like, no one, like...
Or maybe a lot of the people in the match weren't very good.
Yeah.
Or, like, who's the best wrestler on DOA? Brian Lee? Brian Adams kind of sucks.
He does kind of suck, but he's kind of awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah. I agree wholeheartedly with both of those statements.
Yeah.
He didn't... I do feel bad because Brian Adams didn't do a pile driver in this match.
Oh my god.
And every match we've seen so far, he's done a pile driver, and it's always been terrible.
It has always been
every single one.
Terrifying.
Like, falls to the side, doesn't protect the guy. It's great. Yeah. It's just that they did a spike one last one. Oh. And I'm like, oh, you're going to kill a guy. So good. But God damn it, he loves doing them.
He does do it.
God bless him.
I can't tell him not to do it.
You definitely can't. He's fucking dead.
Yeah. It'll break his little heart.
We remarked on whichever Harris brother, or maybe both of them, with the SS tattoo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because in my head, I always thought the Harrises were kind of like weird, kind of right-wingy guys, but SS tattoo, big social security thing. Yeah. Loves FDR. Yeah. New Deal!
New Deal!
New Deal, genocide! How would you describe Miguel Perez Jr.'s body hair? Do you remember how you described it?
I'm trying to think how
it was the absolute perfect word, and I was mad I didn't think of it myself. You described Miguel Perez Jr.'s body hair as unapologetic.
Yeah, that's right.
That is exactly what it is. I don't give a fuck. He's beautiful. He's a beautiful man.
Yeah.
You can't see his skin.
No, you can't. It's just like
full
dark,
fur.
Full fur.
Yeah.
I think
he's amazing.
Lawler called him a Sasquatch.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the best.
And just recently saw him in a match when he went to WCW that like I've never seen a non WWF Miguel Perez Jr. match, and it was pretty decent. I mean, it was kind of sloppy, but like
he's a pretty good wrestler.
Yeah, but yeah.
And yeah, finish of this was one of the Bryans throw. I think Adams throws a D. No, pardon me. Adams throws a lesser Baruico, maybe a Castillo, maybe an Estrada. It was one of the two.
It was one of those guys. It was a smaller guy.
Yeah, into the other Bryan on the apron. He just kind of hits him. And lesser Baruico stumbles back into Tilt-A-Whirl backbreaker by Adams, and that's it. So I guess that's his finisher. I guess no more heart punch.
No.
Which is too bad, because he was rocking that for a while.
Yeah.
And it was very silly.
He had the one glove.
He had his heart punch glove.
Yeah.
So he could do it right, I guess.
You got to take the fucking impact off his knuckles.
That's true. The ins and outs of punching someone in the heart. Next thing I wrote, flag match, dumb rules.
Oh my god.
So how's about a flag match?
Okay, if someone said to you,
hit me,
we're gonna do a flag match where we have two flags on the pole.
I'm in.
Just like seriously, like what would you think the rules would be?
I would think you win by retrieving your flag from the opposite corner.
That would be the logical answer.
Yeah.
But
what did they do?
And what they did was like...
Well, they have that.
Yeah.
But also...
You know in a regular match where you can win by pinfall, submission, or disqualification?
Yeah, that's right.
You can also win that way.
I see.
So the flags are meaningless.
So it's just a match.
Yeah. With flags.
With flags.
That don't actually do anything unless
certainly the finish involved flags.
Well... Yes, you would think. Yeah.
Did it?
But, yeah, no.
No. This was also too long. Oh, even before we got to the match, Vader loves swearing.
He loves swearing. It's the best.
He just, pre-match promo, just screams bullshit.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love him. Then I wrote nothing for a while, because... I don't know. They brawled a bunch and whatever.
It was a lot of brawling and guys getting in to break shit up and just like sloppily getting each other's way and just like, and then the greatest fucking thing happened.
The only thing I had before the greatest thing.
Yeah.
Which zero memory of.
Oh no, never saw it in my life.
Never seen it.
Yeah.
Was Vader had been in for a while. Patriot came in to help him double team, and then Patriot just stayed in without ever making a tag because Vader was tired.
Yeah. And now all three now is like, I don't think he made a tag.
Nope, certainly didn't. But good on Patriot for letting Vader get his win back because I couldn't fucking believe it.
It's just the physics involved in it is just...
It looked so good.
It was so smooth. Except, you can't blame...
It was imperfect.
Yeah, but at the same time, for this to happen was just...
Absolutely mind-blowing. Vader gets, I don't know, the Patriot down.
Brett.
Oh, yeah, it was Brett. Vader gets Brett down, goes to the second rope, and then like very quickly goes to... Doesn't even tease the Vader run. Goes straight to the top for the moonsault.
Okay, he's gonna... what's his name's gonna move.
He starts going. Brett moves.
Yeah.
Vader does not land perfectly, but basically straight up fucking lands on his feet.
Yeah.
Full backflip off the top rope onto his feet. He like one leg buckled.
And he kind of stumbled.
Yeah, but he stuck it.
Yeah, like he did a
insane
fucking top rope.
And like the flip looked so good. Because like his moonsaults often he's barely vertical when he lands. Like he's getting maybe 180.
Yeah.
He's getting between 180 and 270.
It was like the old
full 360.
It was like the old Owen Hart doing the backflip off the second. Like
unbelievable. Like form was good.
And that
I was
A, that the ring didn't break.
Yeah.
And B, that
his knees
didn't implode.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He's legit over 400.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Vader's my favorite wrestler.
Yeah, it's amazing. And then that was really the only good thing that happened.
I think he's ever done that before.
I don't think so.
I've never seen
him do it. So, I mean, he might maybe like in New Japan or All Japan or maybe even Noah, but like I doubt Noah because that's like that's 05. So
yeah, no, he's not doing it in Noah, but maybe younger, but even younger like New Japan Vader, I have not seen that.
Yeah. Fucking
crazy. Fan runs in just for the fuck of it.
Bulldog and Mike Chioda just give it to him.
Yep, they get in the business. Oh yeah, and they do a Brett and it's supposed to be Brett and Patriot run into each other for a double down.
Oh, yeah.
However, Brett just gives the Patriot a textbook shoulder block, but then also falls down because he was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta fall down." Yeah. That was fun. And then just after that, I wrote flag-free finish.
Yeah, it was a roll-up reversal, and that was the finish.
Yeah, Patriot O'Connor rolls. Yeah. Brett does the
roll through,
grab the tights, and keep rolling through. 1, 2, 3. Brett has beaten Patriot twice in non-main events.
And like Brett and Bulldog walking out, you could tell they were fucking pissed because that match was garbage, and they knew it was garbage.
It was nothing. Yeah, it was too long and nothing happened except one of the best things I've ever seen.
Yeah, exactly. I guess we gotta watch more bad matches to see if something like that happens.
Yes.
But I think I put it when we were in the car, we were driving. I said that like every match in this pay-per-view was like watching a 2000s WCW match where everyone was just kind of just doing whatever there was no set structure.
Why is this match happening?
Yeah, like they're just
are their faces in heels?
They're just kind of like sloppily doing shit.
Yeah,
it just not. It was weird.
Yeah, I agree. It was weird. But then we get to the main event, and the main event's actually really good. Thank fucking God. So we get a Shawn Michaels backstage promo, openly mocking the title he just won.
Yeah, the title that he needed to win in England against British Bulldog.
That's in England from the British Bulldog.
In front of his cancer-ridden sister that he had promised that he would win the title for. Because he was originally going to. But Michaels apparently just thought, well, I need the belt.
I need the heat, man. Yeah. Think of all the heat. And to Michaels' credit, if there's one key to Vince McMahon's stupid heart, it is heat. Yeah. Think of all the heat we'll get.
Yeah.
And so they did. I think that match is good.
It's good. I find most Bulldog Shawn matches good. I really like their King of the Ring 96 match.
Yes. We didn't see that. We saw the month before, which is okay.
That's the Beware of Dog?
Beware of Dog.
Well, yeah, that says the weird finish,
yeah,
right?
It's a double pin?
Yeah, it's the
German suplex. And we're like, what are you doing, Bulldog? That's not your move, you silly goose.
Yeah.
And even ratings-wise, the one we saw was 3, 3.25, and the King of the Ring is 4, 4.25.
Yeah.
So it's legit good. And I probably haven't seen it since I saw it live.
Yeah.
But I do remember it being considerably better than the In Your House one.
Yeah.
And I think the One Night Only is also very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they work pretty well together.
Yeah. Which is weird, seeing as it's
which is weird.
How it's so weird you can work that well with someone who just you probably fucking hate.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No question. Did you notice they were mostly calling this Hell in the Cell? They hadn't switched to
cell?
Yeah.
It was a HITC.
It was HITC, not HIAC. Exactly.
Tell it what it means to me.
Yep. So Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Hell in a Cell, not for the European title, not for the coveted, prestigious European title, and then that exaggerated brow wipe.
Thank God,
piece of shit.
Not like I'm just gonna give this to Triple H in a month.
Yeah, P.S. That's how he loses it. I'm gonna have to look out afterwards how many titles Shawn Michaels never lost. I think it's 2 Intercontinentals.
Reflect on that while I go check something.
I will reflect on that. I think we got 2 Intercontinentals, definitely because the one he gave up to Dean Douglas that we saw, and I think an earlier one. And then obviously the world title when he lost his smile in February of this year, that led to Final Four and Undertaker Sid at WrestleMania. Definitely worth it. And then I think he must have vacated the tag titles that he and Steve Austin won earlier. He certainly never lost it, because then it very quickly just went to Steve Austin and Dude Love, who I guess, I don't know, just subbed in for Shawn, because Shawn, I don't even know, was tired? I didn't even know why it went from Shawn Austin to Dude Love Austin. I'd have to go back and watch. I think it all happened on Raws, so we didn't see any of it. It's a mystery to us. Anyway, yeah, Shawn Michaels, piece of shit.
Yep. That is correct.
So this, had you seen this recently?
The
Hell in a Cell.
I think I watched like a video thing on it, but like I think like the last time I saw it fully, maybe a couple years. But to be honest, I remembered pretty much all of it.
Okay, I hadn't seen it in quite a while, so all I had in my head is that it was very good, and it's mostly Shawn getting his ass absolutely kicked.
Yeah.
That's definitely what it started with. Just like Shawn, and Shawn's credit, like bumping absolutely insanely, but not over the top sarcastically, like for Hogan. Just like taking giant, legit bumps for a Taker. So that was cool. Just a straight up like toss over the top rope, flat on the floor. Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Remind me never to take that. No. That seems bad.
Yeah.
Then it's funny. If you actually look at how the match was worked and like had no context, you would assume Shawn was the good guy.
Yeah.
Because it's this big, mean, tall guy beating the fuck out of him, and Shawn getting occasional glimmers of hope.
Yeah.
So Shawn gets he does that well used in video packages, tope into the cage,
which is cool. Yeah.
And then he does like then he climbs the cage and does like a Vader bomb style elbow drop off the cage, which is also cool, on the floor. Then he picks up the 150-pound stairs and smashes Undertaker with them, and then throws them to the side and they bounce. To which you said, no, that's 150 pounds, right?
That's right. When I fucking bench 150 at the gym, I just toss it off and
you're like,
bounces halfway across the gym.
Yeah, what? I believe your very casual explanation was 150 is going to bounce.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a man who knows his 150s.
I'm like, you know what? You go to the gym more than me, so I guess I defer to you on this. Then Shawn does... I didn't think he was going to get it. I should have remembered he does the spot, but like the backwards leverage pile driver, like, because they're on the stairs, but Taker is further down the stairs, so Shawn has to like extra lift Undertaker to give him a pile driver on top of the stairs, but does it great, looks really good, and then immediately starts cursing out the cameraman, just screaming at him, then get the fuck out of here. Important note, HBK, the greatest mime blowjob giver in history.
I have never seen, like, I mean, most people probably know what we're talking about.
But if you haven't,
look it up. It's the clip of, like, Michael's getting in fans' faces, and he does, like, a mime of, like...
He's like, this is you.
Yeah, and he's, like, jerking off an imaginary penis.
Sucking
the head.
Working the balls with the other hand.
And it's so good that I could literally see a penis in his mouth.
You can see the penis.
You can see it. Like, it's
amazing.
It's amazing.
Do yourself a favor if you've never seen it. It's magic.
Like, I would... let Shawn Michaels
absolutely. Are you kidding me?
I
would get sucked off by HBK in a heartbeat. You would paint the walls.
Yeah. Just seeing dead kings.
You would see dead kings. So then they do a spot where does Shawn get thrown over the top and lands on a cameraman?
Something like that.
I think it's that. Yeah.
Like, or maybe backdropped and he falls.
Yeah, something like that. But like he straight up intentionally falls on like a plant cameraman who I said, hey, I wonder if that's like, I wonder if the plant is anyone. Like, you know, like in the other Taker Shawn, 12 years later. Where it was either a deuce or a domino. The Snuka one. That was the cameraman that did a very bad job of catching Undertaker.
That's right.
And your theory was that it was Jay Lethal.
He did kind of look like Jay Lethal.
I don't think he did. And also, it's 1997, and I said, I don't know if the timing of that works. And you said, well, how old is Jay Lethal now? And I said, well, he's probably 36. And I looked it up, and god damn it, he's 36. Yeah. And you owe me a Pepsi Blue. I have to pay for this myself. I want to be reimbursed for my second Pepsi Blue.
But.
And you're like, Yeah, so it's Jay Lethal. It's 12-year-old Jay Lethal. What's the problem?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand.
You're like, I'm right too.
Yeah.
So yeah, Shawn Michaels lands on 12-year-old former ROH Pure Wrestling champion Jay Lethal, who defended the ROH Pure title at a backyard wrestling show with our friends in New Jersey.
In which we didn't say that to him, but we just said...
But we wanted to.
We wanted to, and we were like, oh, one of, like, Jonah, like, hey, what was Jonah's name?
Jay Spider?
Jay Spider. Like, Jay Spider says I. Oh, sick.
Oh, no.
Please don't.
Please no follow-up questions.
Yeah, not around the rest of these guys.
Yeah, that was great.
I hope Austin Aries isn't in fucking earshot.
Yeah, fucking stooge.
Fucking asshole.
Okay, but the the killing of the killing of a sacred deer, aka 12-year-old Jay Lethal, was a very clever way, and shout out to whatever agent figured that out, to get the chained closed door of the cell open, because it's supposed, like, there's the point of it is you trap them in and you let them work out their shit together.
Yeah, so it's because Shawn can't go anywhere and DX can't come in.
Exactly,
to interfere.
makes sense.
So it's perfect.
This is still in an era where cage matches did what they were supposed to do, as opposed to now where they're the opposite, and a bunch of assholes just get in the cage.
Yeah.
So they kill the cameraman, so he's got to go to cameraman hospital. So they have to get him out through the door. So they unchain the door, get the medical personnel in, boom, but while all that's happening, Taker and Shawn... So while that's happening, Shawn hits his finisher, the chin music, on Undertaker, who then just fucking stands
that's
up.
the best.
Doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Then Shawn's like, oh, I'm going to be murdered now.
Yeah.
So then he runs out the door, which was now opened. Taker follows. They have a chase up the cage. Oh, no, before the chase. Shawn drop kicks Undertaker on the floor, and man, I would rather be Undertaker than Shawn in that. You know what? If I'm on the floor, you can drop kick me all day. Because I'm not going to drop kick you. Because when you drop kick, you fall on the floor and it really hurts.
There's no ramp, and it's not like where the ramp goes down where it meets the pads. This
straight
is
up
just
fucking
straight
concrete.
up concrete.
Straight
floor,
up concrete.
like carpet over concrete.
Yeah.
And then...
so he does a drop kick, falls on concrete, then looks like he's going to do it. Well, technically he is going for it again, and Taker catches his legs in a slingshot, but like, when you catch in a slingshot, the guy's head like falls down, and like Shawn like could have really whacked his head on the concrete. It looked like he was okay.
Yeah.
So Taker then gives him the slingshot. Shawn, a fucking pro. I say a lot of shit about Shawn Michaels, but holy fuck is he good at blading.
Yeah.
As soon as he is down for the slingshot, before, just as it's about to happen, just slices the fuck out of his forehead. Boom, slingshot into the cage, turns around, blood everywhere. Right. It's amazing. I love it. Then they have the chase up the cage, which seems remarkably more stable than the next time they use the cage, which is when there's a lot of stuff planned with the two guys on top of the cage. So I don't know why they made it worse and nearly killed Mick Foley.
Yeah.
But they do a couple, because they do a back body drop out of a pile driver attempt, and then a fucking gorilla press.
Yeah, and like, I'm just like...
So scary.
Like, I assume they went up there to test it.
I'm sure,
but like at the same time, like...
Still scary.
When you're that high up, someone's lifting you and like... Now granted, he was very gentle with it, right?
Yeah.
But like, guided him down and everything.
Yeah. But still.
Like, still, yeah, don't... And then was there a chair up there? No, it was just... I
don't think so. I think just Taker beat him up, and then Michaels
crawled to the edge.
Crawls over the edge and then is hanging over
with his feet on the middle bar.
Feet on the middle, hand on the top. And Taker like smashes one hand, smashes the other hand, so Shawn can just guide his own fall down through the table, which is a cool spot, fairly safe. It looks good, but damn, Shawn almost overshot the table.
Yeah,
like he hits like the far half of the table.
Like,
but if he had gone another 2 feet, he'd have
missed.
Pretty much missed.
Yeah, and then like everyone's going nuts. Taker comes down, picks Shawn up in another gorilla press and throws him like onto the crash table.
Yeah,
like if one wasn't enough.
Yeah, he was really giving him the business.
Yeah.
They end up back in the cage. They relock it, which I'm glad they did.
Yeah,
a good touch actually.
Yeah.
Then a spot I do not remember, top rope chokeslam by Undertaker, which was very cool. And then sets up...
Oh, the whammo time.
Oh, yeah. Was that after the chokeslam?
That was after chokeslam. He goes outside, grabs...
Yeah, that's right. Because Shawn... Yeah, the whole build-up of the feud was Shawn hitting Taker with some pretty mean chair shots. Another one of which resulted in a really good Undertaker blade job earlier, which is like, as he's falling down from the chair shot, you can see him like gashing his head. So yeah, Taker's like, Daddy's turn.
Yeah.
And yeah, goes under the ring, grabs a chair, and then absolutely blasts a kneeling Shawn Michaels full on in the head, zero protection.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Black.
Just absolutely fucking smokes him. I mean, good on Shawn for taking that, but that's stupid.
Hey, concussions weren't real back then.
That's true. Concussions didn't exist until 2004. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
We hadn't learned. The science wasn't in. This much I know. So then, all right, Taker's like, I've killed him. So it turned into Barack Obama. And I killed Shawn Michaels. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Shawn Michaels was hiding out with Osama bin Laden.
We go.
And The Rock and SEAL Team 6 went and threw him in the ocean. and I'm Barack Obama, and I'm gay. It's been the Barack Obama hour. Yeah, so Taker goes to Tombstone to seal the deal, gets him up in the Tombstone. Lights go out. Scary organ music plays. And this is a few things. One, it's one of the best done debuts they've done.
Yeah.
Two, this is like the most classic example of a thing I think I like, which they do sometimes but not always. It's the thing actually no, not anymore, because it involves long-term storytelling, which they don't do anymore.
True.
But the thing where you build something big for a while.
Yeah.
And then like the several weeks or even a month before it's going to happen, you completely stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like, were you watching regularly here? Because I definitely remember, like, in the spring and summer,
yeah,
Paul Bearer's like, Kane, you're gay with your brother. He's gonna get you.
It's the sacred Undertaker.
And then, yeah, spring and summer, but then, like, this is October, and, like, so, like, all of September, maybe even August, they stopped talking about Kane.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and you think, oh, I guess they dropped it. And then, bam, second encore, Moon River. Which is kind of cool.
I liked it, yeah.
Yeah,
it makes you forget, and then all of a sudden,
I'm not mad at that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kane comes in, rips the dumb fake door off its hinges with, I don't know, 1 pound per square inch of pressure. Yeah. It was the easiest door.
Jimmy did it and it came right off.
It was the opposite of when poor Mark Henry had to do that, and it went poorly.
Yeah.
Google Mark Henry opening cage door. It's probably going to be the first thing that comes up. It's very sad. Yeah. Don't watch it if you're in a good mood. It'll ruin your day. Kane comes in, has a big old stare down with the Taker. Then just like scoops him in tombstones, right?
Yeah.
Was there anything?
Scoops him in tombs. Well, he does the pyro thing, and only maybe 3 out of 4
3 out of 4
pyros
pyro.
go off.
I mean, 750. That's a all-star batting average anywhere in the world.
And picks him up for the tombstone.
And then before he does the tombstone, has a real crisis of conscience about which direction the hard cam is. Yeah. And after... He ends up basically doing a full 360. Because I think he starts in the right spot, then turns with his back to the camera, then he's like, whoops, shouldn't have done that, and turns all the way back, tombstone.
And the whole time, Undertaker's like, wow, what's happening?
Yeah, Taker for a guy whose finisher is the tombstone, is not good at taking them. Just lock your arms around the guy and be safe. Yeah. Don't flail.
Yeah. Stop
it. You're too big. You're too big to flail. Like Goldman Sachs. Topical. Occupy Wall Street, guys. Yeah, and then Kane kills his brother because he was gay with him when he was young, and Kane was mad, and and they basically go off the air with Angry Taker, who was reminded that he was gay with his brother and wanted to forget. That was the storyline, right? Am I misremembering?
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, you got it.
He broke his brother's dick.
That was the story. Undertaker, you broke your brother's would say goddamn, didn't he? It was like a big deal.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking sick. You're a goddamn dick murderer. Well, I don't think we're going to top that. Anything you'd like to say before I give the secret letter for the secret message ongoing? Would you like to apologize to Drew, or would you like to tell Drew to go fuck himself?
Drew?
Somewhere in the middle? Split the difference. Hey, Drew.
Drew?
Wherever you are.
Go sorry yourself.
Go. You know what? You split the difference.
There you go. Split the difference.
Respect. Secret letter, for those keeping score, is A. Yeah, what do you think about that? Turn it off. I'm done.